What's up, everyone? It is Jason Jani. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you a practice I put into play some time ago to help make my life a little bit better, a little bit less stressful, and to improve the lives of the cinematographers or videographers that we work alongside so often at our private events. And before I go into it, if you're new here on the channel, I just want to say welcome to the channel. If you enjoyed this video or get to check out some of the other videos, I'd love to invite you to smash a thumbs up, offer me a comment, or even a subscription here so you can stay in tune to all of the content that we're dripping here. I have a lot of stuff on deck that I am super pumped about to help DJs and event professionals be better when working and in business, just so we push our industry forward. But getting to this video, there's a practice that I started to put in place some time ago, and it's something that has paid dividends 100 times over for me, and that is being prepared. I believe that professionals love to work with other professionals who have their back and also make their lives easier, especially when things maybe don't go as planned, or should something go later or longer than expected, and that always adds stress to an event. If you're a working DJ, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I also started to notice that when this was happening, due to like maybe a condensed time frame in between ceremony and reception start, that sometimes our cinema and video friends are running behind. And what it basically caused was them walking up to the DJ booth as people were walking into the room, or maybe like when we were live already in the room with guests happening. And I noticed that they were coming up asking for a digital out or a plug into our system, or they wanted to access the back of the speaker, which I never let people do. So I started to think about how I can improve the lives of the people that we're sharing our time with. And I decided to invest in a bunch of different cables and adapters and have a pre-run master out line run in every one of my systems. Now, this does a couple things. First off, it makes my life a lot easier because I don't have to worry about digging in the back of my mixer, digging in the back of my rack, or testing things for professionals. It also makes the lives of my professionals easier because chances are, if they're coming up to you at the last minute, they're in a stressful situation and they might be overrun, or they might be running behind, or they might not have the ability to kind of quality control and quality check everything. So what do? Well, I have a bunch of different adapters that I invested in. I have everything kind of pre-run so that if someone comes up to me, whether it's an hour before the event starts or 10 minutes after the event starts, we have a line run and ready to go. It's kind of always set to the same level so that we know the audio is going to be accurate and it's going to sound good and clean. And I also use the QSC Touch Mix Mixer, which allows me to have multiple outs. So I have actually multiple cables run in a lot of my systems. But if I'm just using a controller and I have a smaller system, you know, a lot of the newer pieces of gear like the SRT 1000 by Pioneer, or even the Rain 1, have a master RCA out for like a tape line, which allows you to send the signal out to a recording source. In this instance, one of the cables that you're providing that a cinematographer is able to link in, and they can capture all the audio from your board and your microphones if it's attached to it or whatever. The point being, if you can make the lives of the professionals you're working with better, you will level up. You will be a pleasure to work with, and you help people just get their stuff done in a professional manner. It makes you much more enjoyable to work with than the next DJ who maybe doesn't have a line run and hems and haws and gives a cinematographer, you know, an attitude when they have to like dig into their system when the party's already started, if that was to ever happen. The point being, people love to do work with who they enjoy working with. And in this world that we all share, there's a lot of moving parts. So I try to do my part to kind of have the backs of the people that we're sharing our time with. And it's paid its way forward for me in so many different ways, where people end up referring business to me in the future and all of that kind of stuff. The point is, we become more professional to work with, become easier to work with. And in the end, the clients that are hiring us for our DJ services, as well as the professionals we're sharing our time with, all do an incredible job and it just helps everyone all the way through get their job done. So in this video, in the description down below, I am putting a bunch of different links to a bunch of different adapters and cables that I own and I use, so that if you are in need of buying cables so that you can set up your systems properly, you have it right there. There's a bunch of stuff in the description field below, and load up, make sure you have stuff, and pre-run your cables so that you can easily access this stuff. And should a cinematographer or videographer need to leave halfway through the reception, you don't have to dig in the back and pull cables out. You don't have to worry about, getting into, a situation where you're uncomfortable kind of stopping your set and getting into this. If you have all this stuff run professionally and run easily, you could just pop out their recorder and hand it to them and still continue your flow without interrupting the vibe or anything. And that's really the point, not just in the setup, but on the breakdown too, or the breakout should they be leaving earlier. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tip. If you're new here on the channel, I'd be honored if you not only smash the thumbs up if this is beneficial to you, but I'd be grateful if you supported my hustle here with a subscription down below so you stay dialed into all the content that we're dripping here on this channel. I have so much in store to help you be better in performance and in business in our DJ and event space world that we all share. Anyway, my name is Jason Jani. I appreciate you watching this, and load up on some cables. Information in the description field below, and I appreciate you checking this video out.